Saptang Siddhant in Kautilyas Arthashastra. 1. The Swaman, or the ruler. 2. The Amatya, or the minister. 3. The Janapada. 4. The Durga, or the fortified capital. 5. The Kosh, or the treasury. 6. The Danda, or the army. 7. The Mitra or ally or friend. The Swaman, or the ruler. Kautilya gives extensive powers to the king. The king should use these powers for the welfare of the public. His foremost duty is protection of the subjects and their property. This is called Raksana or Palana. Protection is from both natural calamities and anti-social elements. The doctrine of 7 Prakritis or Saptang. He is also asked to ensure their yogikshema. Yoga accomplishment of an object, while kshema refers to the peaceful enjoyment of that object. So yogikshema is a broad term implying the idea of welfare, well-being, prosperity and happiness. The text asserts, in the happiness of the subjects lies the happiness of the king, and in what is beneficial to the subjects lies his own benefit. The doctrine of 7 Prakritis or Saptang Amatya, or the minister. There is confusion in the use of the two terms, Amatya and Mantran, in the Arthashastra. At some places, Amatya and Mantran appear to be synonyms, since the Amatya is also given the function of providing mantra or consultation. In a few places, the Amatya seems to be the chief minister, who is the overall in charge of the administration. Amatya stands for all high offices of the state, where the councillors are executive heads of departments. The doctrine of 7 Prakritis or Saptang. The doctrine of 7 Prakritis Janapada. As regards the population, Kautilya says that it should be prosperous enough to be able to pay taxes, should be loyal and should habitually follow the orders of the king. Regarding territory, he goes on to say that it should have the best of natural resources and the neighboring states should not be allowed to become very powerful. The doctrine of 7 Prakritis. The Durga, or the fortified capital. It should be fortified totally and must contain all facilities for the army. Kautilya describes 4 types of Durgas. 1. Ordik, which is surrounded from all sides by water. 2. Parvat, which is in the center of hills. 3. Dantvan, which lies in a desert, and 4. Van Durga, which is situated in a forest. The doctrine of 7 Prakritis. The Kosh, or the treasury. The state treasury should be replete and a permanent source of revenue for the state. The king is advised to take 1/6 part of the produce, and there must be sufficient currency and valuable minerals like gold. The money in the treasury must be collected by just means and must be vast enough to let the state survive on it for a long time in case of emergencies. It was not the personal treasury of the king. Each gift given to the king had to be entered in a record book. The doctrine of 7 Prakritis. The Danda, or the army. The army ought to be well versed in military arts, be loyal and patriotic. A contented army, according to Kautilya, is the key to the king's success. Therefore, the king should cater to its needs properly. He considers the Kshatriya Varna as the best suited for martial activities, but, in case of emergencies, the Shudras and the Vaishyas could also be drawn in. The doctrine of 7 Prakritis. The Mitra or ally and friend. Allies should be made on a permanent basis, and those should be chosen as friends with whom the possibilities of breaking off of relations is the least. Each of these 7 components of the state are interrelated. An evil in any Prakriti is bound to bring about the ruin of others. The Arthashastra says, one wheel, alone, does not turn and keep the cart in motion.